What's going on, y'all? It's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent, and today we are in the popular community of Homestead, but more specifically the brand new section by Meritage Homes, Homestead Village, one of the most unique home products for a new build to get you at one of the best prices you'll find in this popular community here in Round Rock. Let's jump in the car. I want to take you for a tour. All right, y'all, before we start the tour of this community, we got to talk a little bit about where we are and what some of the things nearby. Now, of course, if you do any Google searching at all, you're going to find that this is directly next door and connected to Old Settlers Park. Old Settlers Park is not only a park that my family regularly goes to, but they've got concerts on the lawn. They've got every kind of sports field and event you could ever want. There's also, I wouldn't call it a full water park, but it's got water slides, like a community pool for residents of Round Rock. All of those things are literally directly across the street and actually connected if you go out the back entrance onto Kinney Fort of the community. And that's definitely one of the biggest perks. So if you're outdoorsy, if you like doing sports things, if you want to take your family out there, it really is a cool spot. We take our dog over there. We do the concerts on the lawn. It really is fun and definitely one of the biggest perks of this. You're also zoned here for Round Rock ISD. Of course, it's extremely highly rated and all of those perks that come with it. And you're in the heart of everything. Your HEB's within 5 minutes, your quick shot to Highway 45, to 130, and to I-35, no matter which direction you may have to commute. It really just is a really convenient location, and your tax rate being in the low 2% range is also really competitive and hard to find for this area. Now, let's talk a little bit more about these specific homes. So these are all townhomes. So you do share a general roof structure and you do share a foundation with, essentially a quadplex, right? So there's 4 people in every unit. Now, there's a couple benefits to that. First, lower maintenance. Technically, you only own what's inside of your walls here, which is a perk if you want a low maintenance lifestyle, whether this is an investment home, maybe it's your first home, or a retirement home. It's just an easy one to live with. The other perk of it is too, because of those shared components, it brings the price point down into something that's really nice. You've got varying home sizes from about 1,600 square feet up to about 2,100, and prices in here start at $375,000, which for a new home built by Meritage, one of the premier builders around Austin in this category, is really phenomenal. Now, speaking of Meritage, there's a couple things that make Meritage really special and unlike the other builders in this price range that are really unique. They strive for the absolute highest awards for energy efficiency, and one of the biggest factors in that is they use spray foam insulation. Now, I actually house sat last summer a client of mine's Meritage home. They purchased it from out of state. They were here for closing, but it took about 2 months or so to move in. So I'd go by and check on the house once a week, just make sure it was good to go and things were circulating, and I'd run the water for a second and stuff. You just don't want a vacant house, completely sitting still. It'd be 104 degrees outside every single day as a high, and we had the AC set to 78. It barely ever turned on. Spray foam is that good. Now, real talk, there's a couple maintenance items that you've got to do with spray foam that you don't with others. Because spray foam seals the house so well, you do have to keep an eye on attic circulation. You want to make sure that mold growth is honestly kind of common since we have a moderately humid climate. So you got to watch for some of these things, but super, super easy. It's just an added thing that your non-spray foam homes don't have. But I cannot express how much better your electricity bills will be, especially in Texas here where it does get so hot in these summer months. Now, lastly to note too, if you're considering this neighborhood and you might be put off by the HOA fee being quite so high, there's a couple unique things that go into it. Because this is a townhome community, like I mentioned, your structure, your roof, your foundation, your walls are common, right? They're shared with your neighbors. So the HOA is the one that technically owns those structures. Because of that, your homeowner's insurance is about half of what it would be for a quote-unquote normal single-family home. So don't necessarily let that HOA fee put you off. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, does it fully make up for it in a discount on homeowner's insurance? No, I'm not going to lie to you, but you will make back quite a bit of that difference. Now, we are super early in taking a look at this community. As you can see out the window, they're building like wildfire out here, but there are actually no completed customer homes ready yet. The model homes are nearly completed, but not quite yet. They're like 98% of the way there. So this is a first look. Not everything is done, of course, at this time for us to be able to take a full and complete tour. So if you're interested, you know, by the time that this video goes live, all those things, there'll be a little bit more here to show you. I'd love to take you out here in person. Call, text, email me anytime. But eventually, and totally speaking for Homestead, you do have a couple of really unique things. There are about 20 acres of park space throughout Homestead, which does, of course, connect to this section of Homestead. You also will have some more amenities. There's some community fire pits, you know, and people bring up too, what about the parking situation? Now, all of these homes do have their own attached 2-car garage, and you do have a driveway with every one of them, but that's great until you want to host several people over. There is a lot of parking spaces scattered around throughout the community. While, you know, if you want to regularly host 20 people, it probably isn't the most ideal home for you, but they have solved that. That is one of the biggest problems with communities like this, is just lack of parking space. Now, last but not least on this tour, of course, if you're not familiar, everything here is community post box. You also have a dog park, dog runs, which are fully fenced in and nice. So if you do have a dog in this community and you're worried about a small backyard, there are a couple of different places that you can take them. So not to worry, and it'd be right outside your front door. Lastly, too, a couple of the cool perks about this particular spot. There's Wi-Fi in the community area as well. There will be eventually. This community isn't set to complete until late 2024 if everything goes to schedule, of course. So again, early stages, but it does let you get in and choose where you might want to be earlier on than not. And again, you do get access to all of the Homestead community amenities, not just what's inside of the village. So splash pad, pool, fitness center, as well as the clubhouse space. So you're super well covered if you want to have like places to host things, to get out and exercise and enjoy those summer days with your kiddos. You're covered. All right, y'all, thanks for joining on this tour. If I can be any resource for you at all, whether you're looking at this community or any of the others nearby like it, I'd love to be that for you. Send me a call, text, email. I absolutely love it when y'all reach out to me and I can get you into your home. My YouTube family is awesome and I just love doing it so much. I hope you found value in this tour and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.